my name is Jonathan Mogotsi and I'm the 2024 Super Cup champion. I have a little bit of an unconventional story. So I started through sim racing. If anybody has watched the movie Gran Turismo, it's exactly what I did. So it was a journey of virtual to reality. So people may think that someone sitting behind a computer may not qualify to race a real car, but the question is, how do pilots train on a simulator, right? And it's actually no different in the racing world as well. So a simulator teaches you the basic fundamentals of car control. And I'm talking, provided you've got a simulator setup, so steering wheel, pedals, a little bit of force feedback. So that teaches you the basics, the bare minimum. Okay, so welcome to the workshop. This is what I race in the series called South African Touring Cars. What makes this one special? So first of all, I think even regular car guys, or car guys or not, will recognize that it looks like a Polo, and it is. This is called a Super Polo. This just about shares the same as a road car in terms of the badge, the wing mirrors, and maybe the basic body shape. Everything else is pretty much bespoke to the Super Cup series. It started life as a VW Polo. It has now got a 2-liter turbocharged Golf R motor in it. It is unopened, which means it doesn't have forged internals or anything worked underneath. It's got a stock turbo as well. It's pushing about 250, 260 kilowatts. Obviously big intercooler, we've got to keep things running cool. It's got water sprays as well, because obviously in racing you tend up to be bumper to bumper a lot of the time, and cooling is really important, so we do have water sprayers there. Obviously big tackies on the side, massive brakes to make sure that the car stops. And you'll notice that the body kit is inspired from the World Rallycross series when they were running Polos back in the day. Okay, going inside. There's no graceful way of getting in and out of a race car, but I think that's part of the appeal. Here are the main similarities between the sim and the real deal. So, similarities namely being the seat. I use the same seat back at home. We've got the button box, which allows you to adjust and change certain variables within the car, and the dash itself, as well as the wheel. I've got the exact same wheel back at home. We've got a fire extinguisher. This is mandatory, of course. Should hopefully we never ever need to use this. I've got a water bottle over there, and this particular car, if you just have a look down here, this does have hydraulic jacks. So no need to get a jack and manually lift the car up. You just pop an air compressor in the back and then the whole car lifts. Right behind me we've got, and this is a very special one. So this started life as a Super Cup car. This was actually chassis number 1. So this was the first prototype Super Cup ever built. And it was unveiled at the 2018 or 2019 Festival of Motoring. So we did the Top of the Hill, which is an event at Swartkorps. It's a one-off special event, as well as the Simola Hill Climb. So in the current form that the car is in, we're looking at about 320 kilowatts from the power output. So we've got one small change ahead of us for this car before we retire it, because it is chassis number 1, so it is extremely special to us. It's gone through multiple renditions. It was the first prototype, it raced, it was retired, it became an endurance car, then a special events car. So this is really special. So moving forward, we've got something else in the works. So we've got another vehicle here, which is a surprise for later. I can't really talk too much about it. There's another series called Polo Cup, and that was launched in 2018. Starting with the rear spoiler, so this is new. This is bespoke to it. This is going to add a lot more downforce in the rear. Coming down to the front, you'll notice that we've got a bigger wheel. So this is a bigger size wheel with a different semi-slick tire on it. Under the bonnet, we've got a 2-liter turbocharged engine from the Polo GTI, which in factory trim pushes out 147 kilowatts. In racing purposes, it was bumped up to about 160 just to keep things relatively standard. I can still get a kick out of sim racing. Do I enjoy it as much? I don't enjoy sim racing as much as I used to, for the simple fact that, I've been blessed with the real deal. But, there still is a place for sim racing in my heart, and I just use it as an outlet these days. Thank you for joining us today at the Volkswagen Motorsport workshop here in Kyalami.